A while ago, I was talking with a friend of mine about Muay Thai, and during that conversation, I noticed that he had quite some insecurities about whether or not Muay Thai would be a good sport for him, because he felt like he was basically too old, or his body was not flexible enough, not strong enough, and that it was just like too difficult for him, and he was afraid of for getting injured and stuff like that. So I felt like I want to record a video about this topic because I think it is absolutely not the case that you are too old. So I started when I was 32 and we just came out of COVID. I gained a lot of weight during the pandemic, so I wanted to lose a lot of weight, and that was my first goal. I did not really have the ambitions to fight. I didn't even want to do sparring. So I went there and just focusing on that one goal. And now I'm 37. I've been training for about 4.5 years. I have had some periods in between that I didn't go for a while, but nonetheless, at my current age, I feel so much more flexible, more strong, more fit than I felt like 10, 15 years ago. So even if you're already in your 30s, you can still improve a lot, learn a lot. Your flexibility, your speed, your agility, everything can still develop quite a lot actually in your 30s. So I believe that is important for everybody to know who is in doubt. And I think where the doubt comes from and why people believe that it's not feasible for them to practice Muay Thai is because often what you see is like very complicated moves like Superman punches and question mark kicks or head kicks or whatever, and that of course requires a lot of flexibility, a lot of balance, a lot of technique, but that is only what you see. And actually the amount of time, repetition, and breaking it down into easier moves that all happen before somebody is capable of doing that is what makes it much more feasible if you would see that full picture. So for myself, for example, I never thought I would be able to do a head kick, and after a long time, like after a couple of years, I noticed that okay, it can actually reach quite high. And then after that, and during sparring or pad work, I suddenly was quite able to land head kicks when I was 34, 35, I think. What matters is the goal. Maybe if you want to become a fighter or if you want to become a pro fighter, that's probably a little bit late. But if it's just for fitness, if you just want to lose weight, get fit, get healthy, but you're also the type of person like me who actually wants to get better all the time, then definitely Muay Thai has a lot to offer. And what I especially like is to be surprised by my body, how much I still can do. That's nice. So on paper you might feel a bit older, but actually if you see what your body is capable of, you feel like, well, I was not able to do this 10 years ago, so it almost feels like you're reverse aging in a way. So that's really nice. And other than that, I would say if you are interested in trying Muay Thai, you're definitely not too old. In Japan, I connected with a guy. He was training at a Ranger gym in Tokyo just after me, and he was really smashing the pads. And after he finished, we talked for a little bit, and then he told me that he was actually in his 50s. It's crazy, but you can still be super active in your 50s, and even older. I've seen people who are in their 60s, 70s, maybe even 80s. So that's something to keep in mind. And I think what's a really nice reframe, and this idea actually comes from a guy, I forgot his name, but his channel is A Tribe Muay Thai, or Muay, I think I will just put it in here. But he had a really nice reframe, and he said, instead of thinking like, I'm too old, I'm too this, I'm too that, why don't you just think like, okay, this is my age, and I want to be for example, 40-year-old beast or a 50-year-old savage or whatever. And I think that's a super cool reframe. I also think that's a really inspiring way to look at it and to really like set an example. Most important from this video, you're absolutely not too old. You're still capable of learning a lot, of developing a lot. I've done it myself. I've seen it a lot around me, and you definitely can. So if you are hesitating about starting Muay Thai, I would say just give it a go. Keep it really simple in the beginning. Don't push yourself too much, but just consistently focus on small steps, like small improvements. And yeah, from there, you will notice after a year or maybe even 1.5 or 2 years, and sometimes also really much faster, that you will be able to do things that you never thought you would be capable of. And that's what's something that I really like about Muay Thai. There are so many different areas where you can grow and develop, and all the time that feeling like, oh, I moved forward in this area or I moved forward in that area, that is super rewarding, that is super motivating. So if you have the slightest interest in Muay Thai, just give it a try. Do it for a couple of sessions and you will see that you're more capable than you maybe think, and that you will really start to like it a lot, like how I did and like how many people are doing it.